This is the Louie Tee Network.
Who else could it be but me, your man, Louie Tee? Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas. And it was not a Merry Christmas for the New York Jets. It was an ass whooping, as a matter of fact. And this one was 27-0 at halftime. Tom Brady had already thrown 3 touchdown passes, and this one was already getting out of control. And we saw this one coming a mile away. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. It's not necessary. But if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the Louie Tee Network for more great content in 2016 and beyond. And also, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. @InTheLabRoom is the Twitter handle. And also, I'm on Facebook. In the Lab Room is the Facebook page. Go ahead. Give me the thumbs up on my social media platforms right up in that box above, scrolling across the screen so you can't miss them. Take care of business there. But take care of business like the Pats took care of business in this game. I called this ass whooping a couple of weeks ago when the Jets was embarrassed on Monday night or were embarrassed on Monday night by the Indianapolis Colts. I said they're going to get their asses torn up by the Patriots in a couple of weeks. It's not going to be close and it's not going to be pretty. And when I heard Todd Bowles was sick and in the hospital, I said, hey, Todd B, man, get better. Heal up. Don't rush to get your ass whooped in New England. Don't go there and get your ass kicked. Stay, rest up, heal up. They don't need you to get their ass whooped. They can do that on their own. And they did. And Bryce Petty went out, stunk it up, got injured. In his defense, they weren't going to win this game anyway, and they self-destructed with and without him, so let's not put this on Bryce Petty. There were 3 first-half turnovers, a missed field goal by the Jets. Those 3 turnovers turned into 17 New England Patriots points en route to a 27-0 deficit at the halftime break. You miss a field goal, so that kills you as well. It just was a rough afternoon in Foxborough for the New York Jets, who have seen their season basically disintegrate before their eyes. They started off rough this season. It didn't get much better. And you were hoping that Bryce Petty would be maybe a little bit of a silver lining in this cloud of a season, but that hasn't been the case either. He hasn't been able to stay healthy. And so now you're banking on your last hope at quarterback. And you're hoping that Christian Hackenberg is any good. You won't find out until next year because it doesn't look like they're going to crack the seal on Christian Hackenberg this season. And for what? What reason? To get pummeled? To have him behind an offensive line that can't protect him? For him to lose confidence? No need. For him to have a flashback to when he was at Penn State getting drubbed? No, don't do that. Just keep this man in bubble wrap and unwrap that package next season and see what it's like then. In the meantime, this was destructive on the part of the Patriots. This reminds me of the Patriots teams. And of the last couple of weeks, I'm telling you right now, they're looking Super Bowl worthy, are the Patriots. And that's scary because I didn't think they were going to be a Super Bowl candidate this season. I said, look at the Raiders, look at the Chiefs, look at this fill in the blank. I mean, there are so many teams out. And, I'm still a Pittsburgh Steelers guy. I still think the Steelers, when it's all said and done, are going to find a way into the Super Bowl. But I'm telling you right now, the way the Patriots are playing, they destroyed the Ravens, and I know the score indicates that it wasn't a blowout, but it was. They were up big until they started making mistakes. They go out next week and beat up Denver in Denver, and again, 16-3 doesn't scream dominant, but it was. It was a dominant effort, and now they come back home and they put their foot so far up the asses of the Jets that they're coughing up shoestrings, and now all of a sudden they're looking really pretty in the AFC, especially with the injury to Derek Carr. You never want to see another player go down in this league and benefit from it. But bottom line is, they might have been the biggest threat to this Patriots football team come playoff time. And now without Derek Carr, they could be one and done in the postseason, could the Oakland Raiders. And so now they were in danger of losing the number 1 seed with Carr going down, even if they don't get it done in Miami, which has been a house of horrors for them. And the Dolphins are playing better football of late. Even if they go down in Miami next week, which the way they're playing, they probably won't. But let's just assume and let's just, for the sake of discussion, say that they do go down next week. Who's to say the Raiders win in Denver next week with Matt McGloin at quarterback? So they're probably going to hold on to the number 1 seed. And if you got to go to Foxborough in January, good luck. Many teams have tried. Most of them have failed. So it's looking really good for the Patriots right now as they steamrolled the New York Jets 41-3. Tom Brady threw all 3 of his touchdowns in this game in the first half. And it was a wet, nasty day in Foxborough, and they handled it like the true professionals that they are. They went out, made plays, and dominated the Jets in the first half, and then cruised to an easy victory in the second half for the Jets. More ugly football. It's what you've come to expect from this football team. They've quit. They quit a few weeks ago. And yeah, when you play the 49ers, you can put up an effort and come out with a W. That's nice. That's cute. But they got drubbed by the Dolphins. They got drubbed by the Colts. They get drubbed here. 3 out of the last 4 games have been epic ass whoopings and epic fails for this Jets football team. So as far as I'm concerned, they have quit. Against good teams, they get pummeled. They don't show up. They don't perform. And this was another example of that. I don't want to see Todd Bowles get fired, but these ass whoopings are starting to stack up, and they look worse and worse as the weeks go by. And this was another ugly defeat at the hands of the Patriots for this Jets football team. Patriots climb 1 week and win closer to the number 1 overall seed in the AFC with this victory, going to 13-2 on the season. 1 more win will put them at 14-2 and secure the number 1 seed in the AFC. A loss would put them at 13-3 next week, and it would open up the door for the Oakland Raiders to then seize the number 1 seed in the AFC playoffs. We'll see what happens. One thing's for sure, Patriots are playing arguably their best football of the season. I said 3 weeks ago, this was going to be a tough stretch of football. Wanted to see how the Patriots were going to respond. Dominate the Ravens, dominate the Broncos, dominate the Jets. 1 team left, Miami Dolphins. We'll see how they handle that moving forward. Protect428 says, if the Redskins get in, can they make some noise? Also, is Todd Bowles' job screwed after this obliteration? Redskins can get in and can be a dangerous out because of their offense, but their defense leaves a lot to be desired, and you know how I feel about that. And we'll talk more about that on the Redskins report on Tuesday when we talk about the Bears win and talk about the upcoming game versus the Giants and the outcome of the Monday night game, which is huge for the Redskins and their hopes of getting in the playoffs. But Todd Bowles, his job security looks really shaky at this point because you thought after the 49ers game, maybe he might be able to keep his job. And I'm rooting for him. I want him to keep his job. I don't think after 1 horrible year in which Ryan Fitzpatrick had a holdout. And first of all, we're talking about, do you understand how asinine this is? We're talking about Ryan Fitzpatrick holding out. Ryan effing Fitzpatrick holding out. and it's screwing your football team. He went 10-6 in his first year with Ryan Fitzpatrick at quarterback. That has to mean something. It has to count for something. And I'm hoping that they don't just look at this season and say, oh, we need a new coach. They realize that he went 10-6 last season and that this year was a wash because of the start to the season. Give him a new blank slate and let him start over next year. And if he doesn't get it done next year and you feel like he's lost this team and doesn't have the pulse of this team, then you make a change. But right now, if I had to guess, I hope I'm wrong, but I think his job is right now in jeopardy. I hope I'm wrong because I feel like he should get another shot because I think that he has the ability to get it done if he could just find the right guy at the quarterback position. But we will see. This did not look good, as did the last week ass whooping on Saturday, as was the beatdown 2 weeks ago on Monday night. It hasn't looked good for Todd Bowles and his Jets football team. Conversely, for the Patriots, it's been all sunny skies for them as they continue to play outstanding football on their way potentially to another number 1 seed in the AFC with this win, 41-3 over the Jets. It's going to do it for your man Louie T here on Lockdown Coverage. Patriots destroy the New York Jets, ass whooping. Good old-fashioned, passionate AFC East ass whooping. Get their shoes, coat, and their damn hat took. And Patriots deliver a knockout blow potentially to Todd Bowles and his job security in New York, 41-3. Go to 13-2 on the season with this win. Drop the Jets to 3-12 on the season. Yikes. It's been that kind of year for the Jets. 3-12, I think. 4-11 maybe. It's bad. Just know that. Remember, we're changing the game. One live feed at a time. Have a good one. Ravens Steelers coming up here shortly. Got more games to break down from Saturday's action. So stay tuned. And as always, Merry Christmas. Have a good one. See you later.